Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about whatnot, which is funny because I had to look up when it got started because I have heard people comment on my live streams and just see ads of it on every social media platform that I'm on. But I was always like, okay, live stream selling, what's the point of that? I could see that on TikTok, whether I like it or not, like whenever I scroll. So I had to look up like when that actually started. And it's been around, I guess, since like 2019, which is pretty wild. That the entire pandemic, I could have been scrolling on there and buying things at the very conception of it, and I didn't. So we're here to talk about it because I officially tried it as a well, technically, I didn't buy anything from there yet, so we'll talk more about that. But I finally experienced what it's like to be selling on Whatnot. So for those of you guys that enjoy watching my live streams and you want to make a purchase with me as the host, maybe get some free stuff, definitely check out the platform that I'm on, which is Whatnot. I pinned the link to the top of this live stream chat and then also down in the description below. What you're going to want to do if you haven't gotten the app yet, I didn't even know about this. Um, but I recently learned that as I guess, just somebody who also has the app, if you use my referral link and you get the app yourself, you don't even have to buy anything, and the app just, like, gifts you at least, like, $10. And it says, like well, that's what it wrote popped up for me. It says, "Whoever I refer my link to gets between $10 and $200." So, I guess if you're really lucky, maybe you could get up to $200 as a credit. When I was referred, I got $15. So, I have $15 as a credit in my balance right now to buy anything from Whatnot. So, if you also wanna check that out, definitely use my link. And I think whoever's link you use, you'll automatically be following them. Now, my Living with Lucy link, I'm not actually selling anything yet, but if I do, you'll know. Because I think whoever's link you use, you're automatically going to be following them. But I am following the shop. As you can see there, I posted here. I'm following Hcostperformance, which is the reason for this video. I'm going to talk to you guys about this business that I am hosting for. And I'm going to be actually hosting for them tomorrow as well. I had my first, I guess, experience selling live yesterday for them. It's a new shop, and I'm going to tell you guys everything I know about Whatnot because I kind of knew about Whatnot just through watching videos and hearing about it through TikTok. And then also my SO knows more about it than I do. So he taught me a little bit about it. And I watched him buy things and I watched him get free things from the app. And I was like, what is going on here? I love free stuff. I need to get in on this. So, but this is my first time yesterday having actually like hosted a live stream selling items that are not mine. It belongs to the business of Cost Performance. So I'll be there tomorrow for also 4 hours, and my boss is going to be giving away free things as well, and also selling things. I yesterday sold off certain items that were like $20, $30 for $1. So if you're lucky, maybe you'll catch that as well. Unfortunately, I think it's only in the US. So if you're like, I don't know, in Korea or India, I don't think you have access to Whatnot, at least not from the American stores. Let me know if I'm about that. By the way, if you're in here right now, thank you so much. Or if you're rewatching this live stream, please take a second and just hit that like button. Really helps with the algorithm. You know, I don't have to tell you. You already know, okay, being on YouTube. And make sure you're subscribed. So, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be there 10 a.m. PS. Sorry, 10 a.m. Yeah, Pacific Standard Time. I was like, what? 10 a.m. PST to about at least 2 p.m. PST. So if you want to tune in and just kind of check out what it is, you don't have to buy anything, but I do recommend you join in on the giveaways. And then maybe you'll get something shipped to you for free, absolutely free. So let's get started. I'll tell you more about this app right now. Hi there, Rambe Secret Twin. Can you talk about your strategy with buying options? User one wants to know how to strike price and how much time do you give yourself on your options? Honestly, I wouldn't say I'm a pro with options, and you're probably going to learn a lot more from other YouTubers out there. I just kind of learned it through Robinhood. Like I read the disclosures that Robinhood gave me and then all the little tips that's within the Robinhood app. If you don't already have Robinhood and you want to check it out, link down below, my referral code. But yeah, I think Robinhood does a really great job for beginners. I mean, I still consider myself a beginner trader. Technically, I've been trading since 2020 on Robinhood. Actually, no, 2019. Um, and yeah, I still look at like a lot of the tips that they give you, or like how to do this and what would happen if you buy it at this price, and if you buy a call, sell a call. They have great explanations on it, in my opinion. At least my viewpoint is I find it pretty simple. Um, I don't have a specific strategy. That's we'll talk about this in another video when I'm talking about stocks. So today is all about whatnot right now. I mean, I don't have a specific strategy, to be honest. I just do whatever I feel like, and I'm pretty random with whatever I'm feeling in the moment. It depends on the news as well. I love whatnot, love life subs. Fun play to shop. Yes, fun place to shop. So I'll tell you guys more about it. A video also, mainly because I like sharing ways of making money. I'm always interested in making money. Clearly, you guys know I have multiple streams of income, and this is something that I wish like I had followed YouTubers or followed anyone or had friends and family, which I did not, that had all these other ways of making money when I was 18. Because when I was 18, I thought the only way was to either make a quick buck having a part-time job, which is what I did, like, working at smoothie stands and working as a server, and I thought it was just that. It was that plus going to, like, college, graduating with a degree, and then you get a desk like, an office job, and I thought that that was, like, that's all life had to offer. Did not know, like, I knew that I've heard of people, even, like, long time ago, I always heard about, like, eBay, for example, and I was like, "Nah," but even like, literally 10 years ago, I thought about eBay as well, and I always knew eBay, like, in the back of my mind, but I was like, "Oh, no, it's too saturated." And every time I think people, when they try to venture out to something new, you'll have a lot of friends and just random strangers and people around you being negative and saying things like, "Well, it's too saturated. You're never gonna make it because there's already too many people there, like eBay and like YouTube and like everything else in the world." And I'm really against that. Like, I do understand being saturated, and there's a lot of jobs out there like real estate. I'm sure you've heard of a friend somewhere tell you that real estate is a very saturated job. I still got my real estate license, and but it's not because it's super saturated that I haven't been working as a real estate agent after I got my license. I just been really really busy, so I can't, I don't want to commit to something unless I know I'm going to fully focus. So maybe that's something down the line I'll still do. Um but I just like to share any different ways of making money that actually works, in my opinion. I mean, tested and true. All the things that I share with you guys, being technically late, and when people tell me it's too saturated to do eBay and to do things like whatnot and YouTube, I'm doing all of it and I am monetized on all of it. And I like to say that I'm doing pretty well, at least on eBay. I am a top rated seller. So, and I achieved that in less than 2 years. So I do think that there are many, many ways to make money. And I'd hate to have somebody at the age of 18 or younger just kind of look at their lives, and especially if you didn't come from a rich family, be like, okay, all I have is the left box or the right box and nothing else, because that is not the truth. There are so many different ways. And do you have to do all the things that I'm doing in order to be successful? No, you could just go to university and become a doctor or a lawyer or be an accountant and be very happy without having side hustles. But then it's like, what's the fun in that? And if you've always been curious, if you don't have any interest in being a salesperson or being a part of social media, then okay, maybe that's just your personality. But I feel like if you, and I know many people who are curious, if you are curious and the only thing holding you back is like, oh, well, I don't want to try, like, I'm scared to try something new. What if I fail at it and it's too saturated? Those are not good reasons. Okay. So with that being said, let's get started on Whatnot. So Whatnot is an app, again, still fairly new, and I want to tell you guys what kind of got me hooked into it is when I started watching videos of the Whatnot live streamers. Okay, I've seen tons of live streamers, obviously, like even PopMart has a official live stream account, like on TikTok, that they're selling PopMart items. Okay, so they're selling all the Labubus and the Crybabies. So I've seen tons of that, and I've never bought anything from it. Like I buy stuff from TikTok Shop all the time, but not from the live streamers because I don't feel like it's that engaging. Like I don't, there's tons of people in it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like one, I wasn't that entertained, and two, I was like, okay, so you're gonna give away like a Labubu bag or something, if maybe I buy like a certain amount, but that just wasn't really like that enticing for me. I'm like, okay, so what? Like it's not like you're gonna give me like buy one Labubu get one Labubu free or something like that. So it wasn't like a big enough deal, and it wasn't a good enough deal in my opinion, and I just didn't find it engaging enough to ever convince me to buy anything on a live TikTok stream, even though I see it all the time. And Labubu was just just an example on Popmart, like from the Popmart shop, which I know I can trust. But the thing with Whatnot and why I think it is doing well, and why I think there's a lot of opportunity there is I was shocked that there are certain stores. So all the stores kind of they do a similar act, I would say. They do a lot of like free giveaways. So you're especially stores that are just starting out. So I saw my SO kind of like check a bunch of Whatnot live streams, and there were a bunch of shops that were like completely new. They had like 3 or 4 people watching the live stream. So one of the ones I specifically remember is this guy trying to sell like Pokemon cards. Okay, so this dude was trying to sell Pokemon cards. I couldn't see his face. I don't know how old he was or anything like that. It was just hands. You don't actually have to show your face, which is the best part. Because I know a lot of people are like camera shy. I'm not camera shy. So when you see me on the live stream, if you catch me on it tomorrow, it's full face and everything. I like it when I see like people so then I feel more engaged, but it doesn't matter. I see the hand ones where it's just the hands and people's Pokemon cards or like Labubu figures or figurines, anime figures and stuff like that. And I think that's still like entertaining. And you can still, as long as the person's funny and you're hearing their voice, it's like it's still pretty good. But anyway, so this guy had like less than 5 viewers. So it's called like concurrent viewers. Like right now, I only have like 7 people watching right now. That's like concurrent. And then I saw this person had, like, maybe less than 5 people on the whole entire show, and it was fun, though, because not only was he doing giveaways where you're only really competing with, like, 5 other people, it's fair. So, how it works is that show that I was watching, this dude was trying to sell Pokemon cards, okay? So, he had in front of the screen, like, you see this on your phone. So, he had in front of the screen all these Pokemon cards, but then he had, like, this stack at the back that was, like, all envelopes, and he had different cards in those envelopes, and there was like, about like 100 envelopes, okay, like 100 of them lined up. And so he did this thing because you can categorize it in any way you want on Whatnot. That's the interesting part. Some people are just lazy. They are just going to be like in a house somewhere and they're just going to be like putting item number, like they're just going to say item, okay? And then what they do is they'll hold up like a pillow, for example, and they'll be like, who wants to buy this pillow? And that'll be like item number 1 that they're selling. And then if somebody bids for it, like let's say it starts at $1 and somebody bids for it up to $2 and it's sold, then that person takes a little sticky, sticks it on, and they're like item number 1. Because in the system, it tells you that like let's say Nancy from like I don't know, Colorado bought it or something. So you'll have the details of the person bought like who bought it, who won the auction. And you don't really have to spend all that time typing into the computer, typing into the system, like, okay, at first I'm doing a pillow and then I'm doing a pencil and then I'm doing Pokemon cards. So there's some people who do it that way. It just saves you time to like kind of set up the stream. And then there's other people who does it like very proper. They're like, okay, I'm selling the like the EV, like evolution prismatic box. And then you'll see the title, you'll see the bidding price and all that. So there's different ways of doing it. But anyways, back to the guy who was selling Pokemon cards. It was very interesting because it's kind of like a gamble. It's kind of like a blind box because he made it in a way where he's like, "Okay, guys, you can buy the Pokemon cards or you can like just pay $3 and then you have and you guess a number." He was like, "Pay $3 and you guess a number between 1 to 100." And then so some people guess like number 7. And then he would go through the envelopes and then he'd be like going to number 7 and then he would pull out the white envelope that he had pre-prepared, but this is all done live on the stream. And then he'd open up the envelope like in front of everybody and then it would show what cards, like what Pokemon cards are in there. And some of them were total trash. They were like just energy cards. But then some of them were like a slab, like a PSA graded 10 slab. So that was really interesting. And that type of stuff gets people more engaged. And even though that's why I was kind of shocked that even though Whatnot, the app has been around, I guess, since 2019, I just got it now. And tons of my friends do not have it, don't use it. So that's kind of funny to me. Like that's why you still have certain like some live stream accounts have like 2,000 people watching. Some live stream accounts has like 300, 200. And those are considered like already popular, more established stores. Maybe they also have an eBay shop that's also doing really well and they already brought their followers over there. Or maybe they have a social media following. Okay. But then there's a lot of new shops that just has like 3 to 4 people. And then they also what not allows, but you don't have to do. So obviously like certain stores who have like 2,000 viewers at a time. They don't really need to be giving away like giveaways all the time. Sometimes they still do, but you'll have like anything. Like I was watching like a jewelry shop live stream sell on Whatnot yesterday last night, and I was trying to win a giveaway, but I didn't because there was too many people. There was like 200 people. But what's cool about the giveaways is that like, so for example, a lot of times they'll call it like the giveaway, and they'll like show it on the stream, whether I'm here and then I show it behind me or I pull it up in front of you, or if it's just like Pokemon folks, they just put the card and they put a little sticky and they're like, that's the giveaway. Usually they'll have like, for example, if they have a giveaway like this, like a figure, they'll just have this on the screen and then there's a little sticky that says giveaway. And it's super fun because I wouldn't trust it if they're like, I'm gonna do a giveaway, and then they like choose an Instagram comment, because then you're like, okay, who are you picking, right? Are you just picking the person with the most followers? Are you doing something that's like just a little sketch? Where I don't feel like it's that fair. But the fair part about Whatnot is when they do the giveaways, like I said, if I'm doing a Whatnot stream right now and I said this is my giveaway, and I start the giveaway, because it's up to me. I don't have to do a giveaway every 5 minutes. Some people do a giveaway every 5 minutes. Some people don't do a giveaway at all. And some people do a giveaway whenever they feel like it. So once I start the giveaway and I'm like, that's what you're getting. By the way, this is all recorded and people can like screenshot like what they won, right? So you can't escape that. So you're going to have to give them what they won. And if I said that that's the giveaway, all of a sudden everybody who entered, meaning you have to follow the Whatnot account in order to even enter for that giveaway, which is really helpful because look at all the things that YouTubers have to do, right? Like obviously it's two complete different platforms. Whatnot is to make sales, it's to make money. No matter if you have 2,000 people watching your live stream and you get 10 million views, it doesn't matter. You're not getting paid for your views, okay? And that's also the funny part. Hi there, Don. And that's also the funny part because on Whatnot, you could play music. Like people are playing like any music that they want because it's not like they're not monetized for the video. It doesn't matter if 10 million people are watching your live stream. It's only about what you sell. You don't sell anything, you don't make any money. So I find that pretty interesting. And it's fun because like when I'm doing a Whatnot, like my first live yesterday, I was like playing whatever music I wanted. So it was like a lot of fun. It was just like really chill. I was selling, I was talking nonstop like I always do. I don't know how I was able to do it. I did it for 4 hours. And then I came home and I did like another live stream. Yeah, and then I called my mom and talked a lot. So I'm just like talking all the time, but I feel like your vocal cords like get used to it. Anyways, let me like stop for 1 second and drink my strawberry smoothie. Josh wants to know, do I want to color my hair blonde again? Well, thank you. Okay, I'm glad that you like the blonde hair. I really, really liked my blonde hair when I had it back in like 2020. I think I started it in 2020 and I just kept making it more blonde and more blonde until my hair was basically like so bleached and damaged I was like falling. So this part is still really frizzy and terrible because of the bleach. So here's my game plan, okay? I don't share my age on here, but I like you to think that I'm basically 45. And I think even though right now I don't have much white hairs, I did find one. I did find one. And it's scary, but I don't pull it out because I have friends who have like a lot of white hairs and they start pulling out all of them and I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, I heard, and this is again just me being superstitious. I heard somebody tell me like if you pull one out, like 10 more comes. So I actually followed the rule. I saw one white hair, and then I was like, I'm not pulling that out. And then like I just like sometimes don't see it. And then when I do see it, I've only ever seen one. So I don't know, works for me. But my game plan is once I have like a ton of white hair patches everywhere, I'm just gonna, oh, thanks, Dawn. Thank you, Dawn, for using my link for Whatnot. Guys, for all of you guys that want to see my live stream, or even if you don't show up for my tomorrow's live stream on the Hcostperformance store, because I'm hosting for that shop. Even if you don't show up for that one at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow on Saturday, I'll be there for many more shows. So definitely come and support, and I hope you get some free stuff. I love you. You'll see how excited I am when I give away free stuff. That's like I think my favorite part about Whatnot. But if you use my link right now, I think only Whatnot made it in a way where it's like if you tell your friends and family about it and you use your friends and family's link or my link, you end up getting a credit to literally buy stuff on Whatnot, which is crazy. Like I know some apps in the beginning stages did do that, but this one's just like really sweet, especially since I told you if you just start an account, even if you don't spend any money, you can still get completely free stuff. Okay. My SO did it. So, sorry, where was I? Okay, so my game plan with the hair thing is that once I have more white hair, I think like then it'd be perfect because you know with like my black hair, I have to bleach it in order to make it light, like a bright Goku yellow type of thing, like Super Saiyan. And then I put like an ash blonde on it. So like once my hair is like all white or mostly white, I think that's just gonna make it more easy for me to just like then dye it blonde. So that's the game plan for the blonde. Otherwise, I don't think I'd really do it. Um is that the level is that becoming a rare quality now? Oh, thank you, Josh. I don't know about like innocence. For me, that's an interesting word to describe me. I think like most of my friends are like, I'm just made to be a salesperson slash like a live streamer. But it's funny because I haven't done sales in years. But when I was younger, I did do sales. I told you guys I did so many jobs. I worked at a smoothie stand. I worked at a wing stand, like not a wing stand, a wing restaurant. I served chicken wings and fries to people. I also worked as a telemarketer. Oh my God, my list like really, my resume is really funny. That's why whenever people ask me like, oh, what do you do? I'm just like, I'm taking that line for White Lotus season 3. I'm just like this and that. I mean, I don't know what that guy does. The one who um was unalive at the end. I'm not gonna ruin it for you if you didn't watch it. But that dude where he was like this and that, I don't actually know what he does for a living. I mean, I think he's a hitman. I'm not sure. I'm not a hitman though. I don't want, nor do I want to be, but I do a lot. So I feel like I can't really justify saying I'm like one thing. I just like to do a lot of things that I have interest in. And even though now I'm hosting live streams, I think I still want to do more. Like I still want to do like I want to seriously commit to real estate eventually because I feel like I spent the hours to like graduate, quote unquote, and pass the test. So I'm like, I think I kind of need to do. I am a kid at heart though. You got me on that one. Okay. I feel like I just like to say that I'm like an adult child. Maybe because like when I was a kid, I was trying to be old. Like when I was a child, I would like to like dress in very dark colors. You won't even really catch me in like this. I like to wear darker colors. I like to act like I was like 30 when I was like 13. So I think this is why like now that I'm older, I'm actually trying to like live my childhood that I didn't really properly have, maybe. All right. So back on Whatnot, highly recommend you guys go on it and just get your free stuff. So now about the free items, okay? So the giveaways. Once you win the giveaway, what I love about it is once any of the streamers, okay, when they're like, guys, free giveaways, and then you know that you can enter into the giveaways, for some reason, I don't know why Whatnot does this. I can't, as a seller, change how long the giveaway lasts for. It's always like 5 minutes. So, and you as a viewer, you're not able to see the countdown of the 5 minutes. So once you enter, you just kind of have to wait until the final drop happens, and then like the machine like or the software inside Whatnot decides like random selection on who wins. So anybody who enters, so let's say there's like 100 people watching the Whatnot stream, and let's say only 50, and usually you have more than 50, but 50 people maybe enter into that giveaway because maybe other people don't care about the giveaway, and they enter in the giveaway, then that means only those 50 people who have to be following the store, because once you enter the giveaway, you automatically have to follow the store, which is why these stores do these giveaways, because you obviously want followers, not that those followers necessarily convert to buying anything, but you want that opportunity, and you obviously want more followers on any platform. So let's say you entered for a giveaway on my Whatnot live stream for this item, right? And then I showed it. Sometimes they're like, oh, it's a surprise item. So you don't actually even know what you're getting. But most of the times they'll show you. They'll be like, it's this Pokemon card or whatever, or this plushie. And it'll start rolling after the 5 minutes is up. Okay. You as the performer, the live seller on my app, like on my phone, I'm able to see the countdown. So I know when the 5 minutes is up and it's going to start rolling, and I get really excited, like who's going to win. And somebody's just going to be selected. And once you win that item, me as the seller platform we're responsible for shipping you that item. So it doesn't matter if the shipping is like $10 or $5. The seller has to pay for it, and the seller is going to give you your item. Meaning you can literally just hop around Whatnot, have some fun, and enter a bunch of giveaways. Not that you'll actually for sure get anything, because yesterday I tried to enter a bunch of giveaways. I entered like 5 of them, and that took out like 25 minutes of my life, because 5 times 5. And hi guys. And I didn't win anything. So I don't want to get your hopes up that you will always win something, but I have seen my SO literally like it's like Christmas for him. I don't know how he won so much, but he buys things on Whatnot, because like obviously like he buys me my Pokemon cards and stuff, so he likes those cards himself too. So he'll buy random items on Whatnot, which is also, I've seen him do it. It's really fun. Like you bid, right? So you could bid for the items. You could be like, like I said, the Pokemon guy earlier, he was like, "Oh, $3 for the next pull." Like, you get to guess a number from 1 to 100, and then if you guess number 7, then he'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in his envelope stack, and then he's take out the slap. So, my SO actually, like, won a slap. Like, he won a PSA graded 10, like, I think it's an EV card or whatever, he showed it to me. But yeah, like, that's something he paid for. And what's fun about Whatnot is that guy started at $3, but if somebody wanted to compete and they like, "Oh, I wanna be the next person to choose what's in the row of unknown cards," then they could have bid up. Like, they can once you hit bid, it's like an auction, right? So, it was set at $3 because you as a seller can set it at $3. So, somebody else could have just hit it again and then been like, "Okay, well, now it's gonna be $4," and then they would have won the auction. So, that's kind of, like, interesting. I feel like m the auction aspect of Whatnot makes that competitive edge, which makes it more fun for people because I realized, like, selling for 4 hours yesterday, there were a bunch of new people that came in, and I think, like, everyone was just having fun, and some folks I called out on the live stream. I was like, "You guys are just really competitive." Because there was this, like, girl, I think her name was Christy. She just kept buying everything. Like, there were so many times where she just, like, won the bid. Like, an item would go from $1 to, like, $6 or whatnot, and then whatnot, and she would just, like, keep on winning because she keeps on bidding. So I feel like it adds to that competitive edge, and for people who like going to auctions and winning and beating out the rest with money, I guess it's fun for some folks. For me, I always have my limit. I'm like, all right, that item is $1. Okay, maybe I'll tap it once because it'll jump to $2. But I would not dare if it's like popping off like crazy, because some of these auctions I see it, it's like, oh my god, prismatic evolution elite box or something, and it would be like starting, let's say, like $50, and then people like just tap it like crazy and it goes like 60, 70, 80, 90. And I'm like, oh my God, if I tap it, it might go to like 120. You don't know how much money you're going to pay. So for me, I'm like chill about it. If it's like just $1, maybe I'll hit it. So I haven't bought anything on Whatnot yet. I've only experienced hosting, which is just like another thing added to my plate. But I kind of like it because the reason why, well, I think everything like in work and whatnot is about aura and energy, and I really like the boss's energy on this. Like, I like the owner of this Hcostperformance shop at the Whatnot store that I'm working at. Like, I really like his energy. So I feel like as long as I'm around people at any workplace, I don't like it when I don't like the energy. Like, I don't like the vibe. So I like the vibe. Everything's really chill. That's one. And then two, I had already like discussed the fact that I would like to also advertise my own social media. So I haven't gotten my t-shirt yet. I'm going to try and get a t-shirt printed. I should have done this a long time ago. I don't know why I don't do this, but I want to get like either a tank top like this or a t-shirt that just says like, hopefully it has a YouTube logo. If it doesn't, I'll just put YouTube dot dot living with Lucy. I don't know. I just want to like do some type of advertising because it was only my first day like hosting yesterday for whatnot, and there were a lot of people. Not gonna lie, like I'm like wow. But at one point there was like 70 people, and we gained like 300 followers. So I'm like, wow, if it blows up and it does really well, and one day I have like 2,000 viewers, obviously I would also like to, as the hard work that I'm putting into the shop, at the end of the day, it's not my shop. So then to me, it's like, okay, I can help and do the best for the shop, but then also I want it to help me as well. It's kind of like a PR social media post, right? So I need to get a shirt like that. So wish me luck on finding one that's not overly expensive because I feel like it's going to be more than $20 if I want to include the shirt and whatever. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Like, it's just crazy that I knew about it, but I didn't. It's like all these things. Like when I told my friends about like Whatnot, they're like, "Oh, I heard about it," but like they don't have the app. But I also get it because I feel like we have so many apps on social media that it is a little crazy. And me as somebody who's constantly making videos every single day, I know I'm being a little crazy by doing that. That's not normal, nor should it be normal. But I have like literally every single platform, as you can see down in the description below, under the sun. Okay, there's like rarely a platform that I don't already have. And then now I have another platform, I guess. But then for me, it's different because I'm like, I choose this life. Like I choose to do social media. So whatever I want to say and whatever I want to share and connect with, I like it to be broad. I like it to be shared amongst everyone. Um, But I also understand that it brings some people stress and they're like, "Okay, it's too much. I can't do another app. I'm done. I'm," or like there's certain people who just wanna get off social media completely and they don't want a part of any of it, which I'm like, I also understand if they wanna do that and I respect, but it's not my style. Like, I think even if I didn't do social media and I didn't make my own videos, I would always want to watch because I think it's just like my human curiosity on like, okay, what's this person doing? If I know them or as a friend of a friend or as a celebrity. Like the other day I watched this random little interview with Dakota Johnson. She got famous, I think like her big breakout was 50 Shades of Grey, the main girl lead. And now she's done a lot. Obviously, I think like what did that movie didn't do too well though, the Marvel one. Madam Web. Okay, but she was talking about how she's like never on social media. I love her though. I think she's even though I don't agree with that, I feel like she should be on social media. But even though she's not on social media, she goes on these shows that are then reproduced on like TikTok and all these YouTube and all these other social media platforms. Um, but she herself doesn't actually indulge in social media. I think she's a wonderful actress. Yeah, but that's okay. It's to each his own. I liked it. I feel like everyone said Madam Web was so terrible. I think even Sydney Sweeney, she's in it. She's one of the characters, and I think she was joking about it at an interview, like, "Oh, just forget that I did that." Um, and I'm like, I don't get it. I think it's not bad. I mean, it's not something I would watch like 8 times, and it's not as the thing about Marvel is I feel like all the other Avengers movies, like the first few with like Scarlet Witch, which is Elizabeth Olsen. I like those ones. I feel like it ended for me over there. Like I didn't watch Thunderbolt, but my brother watched it and he said it was good. So did you guys watch that? Let me know if you watched Thunderbolt and you liked it. But that's still on my list. Like I think it's like the sunken cost fallacy for me with when it comes to Marvel. It's like I'm too invested. I spent all those years of my life watching so much Marvel stuff and like I'm highly invested, especially when I go to like Disney and then I go to like the Avengers park area. I don't even know if that's what it's called. And then I feel like I'm deep. Oh wait, let me show you my hammer. Since I paid for it and I don't have any other use for it and it's just like sitting on the side. Hold on. Okay, I have way too much stuff. That's my Thor hammer. I think I got it. I'm pretty sure it's at Disney because Dan put out Marvel, right? Anyway, I'm not sure. I haven't touched this in a long time. It's literally just like sitting in the corner. So I'm like, I'm not sure if it lights up anymore. But yeah, I'm like, it's a sunken cost fallacy. I feel like I've given too much of my like mind and like my thoughts on Marvel characters and like the storyline that every time a new Marvel movie comes out, I'm like, you know what? Even if I didn't watch it, yeah, I'll probably watch it eventually. No, so this is the hammer, but what I like about it is it had there was like a Coke. There was like I think it was like a can of Coke or like a bottle of Coke that was in here. So it comes with the Coke. And I know it was not $50, but I swear it was more than $30. But what I liked about it is that it lights up and now I can't figure out. Oh, look at that. Wait, it's too bright. Hold on, let me turn off I don't have to turn off myself. You guys put it down. Do you see that? Do you see that? And then if I click it, there's like a little button. There's a little button behind there. If I click it again, it just stays glowing. And then now it's off. So this is more of like the sparks. I just thought that was so sick. Like that's worth it. I mean, like there were souvenir cups that were like, honestly, in my opinion, more dumb. There were just souvenir cups that what are you gonna do with it? It just looks like okay, but it doesn't light up or anything. And then the drink might have like Mickey Mouse ears looking things in there. So I think this hammer is more worth it because I can still keep the hammer. And if I have a can or something, I can still put it in there and then just like that'd be really funny. Imagine me just like going outside for absolutely no reason and I'll put like, oh, you know what? I should go to like Erewhon. I don't know if it fits. I've had my first Erewhon overpriced $20-something smoothie recently. Actually, I liked it. I like the Hailey Bieber smoothie. I'm not going to lie. I know it's super OP though. But yeah, I can maybe put a smoothie in there. Put ice cream in it. Running Bear says, yeah, it's pretty deep, honestly. You can like hide stuff in there. So yeah, I'm happy about this purchase. But now it's just been It's literally just been sitting there doing nothing for the longest time. Wait, okay, there, now it's closed. Isn't that sick? I like it. I enjoy my purchase, but yes, it's everything at Disney is a little overpriced. I forgot what I was talking about. Let me turn this off. Turn it off, put it to the side, and I have to really clean the place. I live in a, like, when I was younger, I watched those hoarders, or like when they talk about hoarders, and that's like that's my place. I have to like really memorize something to know where it is. Sometimes I just forget where things are, so then I end up buying double. Like I'll like buy cotton swabs and then maybe I'll forget where I put them and then I have to buy more. So don't do that. I hope you guys are more organized than I am. Running Bear, hi there. Hi there, Love Life. Sean, welcome. Eric, do you sell anything awesome like a PS6? Oh, you're talking about like on Whatnot, right? So no, we didn't sell a PS6 yesterday. So these are like I am just the host for this store, so I don't get a say in what we're selling. That's up to the big boss, and we did sell some items where I was kinda shook about it. So I think there was, like a tablet that was MSRP. We always tell people the MSRP price and then say, like, how much we're starting the bid for, and because it's a very new shop, like, literally yesterday was our first day, um, tomorrow's gonna be the second time we like ever stream and sell stuff. So I think they're still gonna be doing a lot of like expensive items, but starting off cheaper. So most of everything, like I think we were selling like yesterday we did like hair dryers, straighteners, two-in-ones, like all this stuff that were minimum MSRP like $30 to $40, but it was being auctioned starting at $1. Obviously, most of them people bid it up, but some items just like nobody was bidding for it. Sometimes you just get lucky. And that's when I first heard about Whatnot, but I didn't trust it. So like I remember I heard about Whatnot like through TikTok, like TikTok sponsorships or whatever. There's like always some type of influencer that they hire. I always see these ad videos where these girls are like, "Oh my god, I got this bag or I got blah 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 for $1. Can you believe it? Only $1 on Whatnot." And I was like, "No, that's so BS. Like that's not happening." But then I experienced it yesterday. Like there were certain items that somebody just got really lucky and they got it for $1 and it was worth like at least 20 something dollars or 30 something dollars. But because nobody else, I guess, wanted it and no one fought the bid to bid this person. And when it's a relatively new store, there's not going to be that many people like fighting with you. But there are a lot of other stores that just have a bunch of people. So yesterday, one of the most expensive items was we had a kid tablet and an adult tablet. The kid tablet was MSRP 100 and the adult tablet was MSRP like 120 and it both two tablets for the adult I remember was sold for like $61. So that's like half off. There are some really, really great deals I feel like you can get. Yeah. But I was kind of jealous at some like being the salesperson sometimes for Whatnot, it kind of hurts. I'm like, oh my God, I can't join the giveaways and I can't be a part of the imagine if I had a second phone. Like if I was doing the live stream and I'm like, all right, guys, no one's gonna bid because I'm gonna bid. Like that'd be so funny. No, I don't think my boss will like that too much. But it's really, really fun. And people can make it even more fun. Like I saw my SO watching another Whatnot streamer. There's so many Pokemon people, but I saw another Pokemon Whatnot live streamer have like a physical wheel. So like I said, all this stuff is interesting because when you're bidding, it's obviously like everything's very in the clear, like what you're bidding for, what item, and you have the right, the choice, and the whatever. And when you're doing a giveaway, it's up to the machine sides. So even if you are the seller and you would like somebody to win, I can't make somebody win a free giveaway. It's just gonna spin and it's gonna be entirely up to luck. So it was so funny yesterday because there was this there was this girl that was like, she was because you can comment for like 5 minutes while the giveaway is going. Like it's adding people until it finally spins. And literally there was this girl that's like, I never win anything. And she won. Because when she said I didn't win anything, and I saw that, I was like, oh well, yeah, I don't really win much either, but you have to like try to see. The most thing I've ever won, by the way, was this year. I entered a Instagram giveaway for this I think Japanese boba place. It's somewhere in my like many thousands of Instagram posts. But I won a giveaway where they were doing a giveaway where they're like, you have to like, comment, and tag people, the basic stuff. And I won a giveaway for a free boba drink. That was it. It was like a tiny little cup of boba drink. I'm very thankful though. But that's it. I don't win anything. Um, so yeah, if you guys have and like what's cool about Whatnot is I used to think like, okay, you have to have a whole warehouse or something. Like I used to think like you need to have if you're gonna sell books, like children's book or whatever, I thought you would have to have like 100 to do this Whatnot stuff because I thought you list it and then people keep buying the same item. Or like if you're gonna do Pokemon Prismatic Evolutions, I thought you would have to have like 100 Prismatic Evolution bucks. But some people do. Don't get me wrong. Some people do have 100 of those items, but other people don't. There's just like smaller accounts that are selling stickers. Like I've seen so many random like Whatnot streams because I just want to like study it. There are people who just sell like stickers or a few Pokemon cards and figures. Like there's just so many different items that people can sell, and some people are just literally selling handbags. And how it works is, like I said, you have the freedom to decide how you're going to list the item. So some folks just put item. That's it, just the item. And then as they pull out the item, like I could literally be like, all right, this, I don't put away my umbrella at a nice place. I'm like, this umbrella with a case is only $1 starting. I'll be like, MSRP, this is literally what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'll be like, MSRP price is a shocking $25, but I'm bidding for only $1 starting right now. And then and then you see the one bid button when I start it. And then that's it. And then I think it counts down like you can decide as a seller 30 seconds, 10 seconds. And then within 10 seconds, let's say nobody bids for it, then no, it doesn't sell. But somebody bids for it for $1 and then they actually just get it for $1. But you do have to like obviously the seller, I think you can choose if you want the buyer to pay for shipping or you yourself pay for the shipping. And usually obviously the seller is going to want the buyer to pay for the shipping. But yeah, and then you just end up seeing, I guess, like, because you have to link your credit card to basically you put your phone number in for a Whatnot account. Use my link though. Use my link if you're gonna go and get Whatnot. Link pinned to the top of the stream and down in the description below. Because if you use a friend's link, then you get automatic credit, which is literal money in your account to buy anything on Whatnot. You get at least $10, possibly 200, and I get the reflection of that. So I don't know if they just started this now, but basically it says that if you, as somebody who used my referral link, you get $200. Like you get lucky enough that you get $200 credit. I also get $200 credit. So you guys better get $200 credit. I'm just kidding. So yeah, like how it works is you could just literally sell anything. So let's say I only have one umbrella, right? I can set up my live stream in a way where I just put item, right? Let's just put item. And then I'm just going to be like, all right, this umbrella is going for $1. And then put it on the live stream. Going once, going twice, and then in blah, 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 it gets sold. And then next, I'm like, oh my God, why do I still have this? My SO gave me this. I think there's something inside. I never opened it up. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Hello Kitty. I don't know. Or maybe he took out the toy and gave me the box. I don't know why he did that. I wasn't here in the summer. I think this was summer of last year. Oh God, it's dusty. Anyways, then I can be like, all right, this Yu-Gi-Oh! Pikachu, whatever, Hello Kitty. Let's pretend it's nicer than just a McDonald's Happy Meal box. I could be like, this is a little purse. I'll be like, there's a purse now for sale, starting bidding $1. And then I go to the next item. So you don't actually necessarily have to have, like I assumed before, like 1,000 of Pokemon card or like 100 Pokemon cards or 100 of the same umbrella or 100 of no, you can literally just sell anything, which makes sense because the app is called Whatnot. It's just like anything under the sun. Although I do think it'd be easier if you had multiple items because yesterday when I was doing my live stream, like my boss had a whole bunch of stuff. So like when the first tablet sold, I didn't actually have a tablet behind me anymore. And then one of the commenters was like, no, I want another tablet because they obviously lost the auction. Like the person who won it for 61. So then we started again. So sometimes you can also just like figure out like who you can look at the comments, right? You look at the comments and you can also have like a team working with you where like you can have somebody like one of your friends, like if you guys want to start. I actually recommended one of my friends to do this because I know that they're trying to start off like a business. So I'm like, oh, like this is something you can look into because eBay, Etsy, those are great. You can still make great sales with that, but you are going to reach a lot of people if you commit to doing these Whatnot streams, in my opinion. Because it's weird that it's been around since 2019 because it feels like not many people have it, to be honest. At least not in my circles. And clearly some of you guys who just got the app, thankfully through my link. But it was crazy to me is it's just like there's I could tell that it's not saturated enough. Because if it were saturated enough, then how is it that my SO was able to get so much free stuff? He got so much free giveaways by entering them. Like, I don't know. I need to do better because I haven't won any free entries yet, but I've given a lot of free entries yesterday, like through the company. So let me know. Let me know, like, because like I don't know if you guys put the same names here as you will like tomorrow if you do show up like my on my 4 hour stream tomorrow. But if you do show up there, be good. Don't say anything. Don't say anything bad. I mean, like you shouldn't say anything bad on anybody's live stream. But if you do, I can't help it. I don't control the mods. So like the moderator at the company will probably block you, and then you'll never be able to see another stream. That's just how it works. Okay, so you'll never be able to see our stream. You can't buy anything like from our shop ever again if you say something like really bad. Which I trust you guys. You shouldn't be saying anything bad, anyways. Um, yeah, so there's your warning. Yeah, I think overall, like, it's just good. It's like a good promote good behavior. Yes. I mean, I just want you guys to get free stuff. I can't control it, but I think it'll increase your probability if you maybe tell your friends and family out. That's what I was telling people yesterday. I was like, tell your friends and family about it to get these free things. Cause yesterday, what are some of the ones that I actually wanted, but I couldn't get because I was doing the stream? Um, they gave away, like, Hugo Boss cologne, they gave away Lancome, for the girls, a Lancome perfume, they gave away a Minion plushie, and remember, that's stuff that, like, you don't pay a cent for. That's stuff that if you enter the giveaway because you're following the store, if you win the giveaway, like, it's up to the store's responsibility to, 1, give it to you, because if you don't, you can, I think, report to Whatnot when you bought something or got a free giveaway and you didn't get anything, I'm pretty sure you can report it, because it's all receipts, it's all recorded in the system of Whatnot. And then, yeah, I just think it's pretty awesome that you can, like, get items for completely free, doing nothing. I'm sure there's a lot of people who just, like, roam Whatnot and just get a bunch of free stuff because they're allowed to. That's part of the giveaway, concept. Um, what? Love Life is wondering if you have a love life? That's so funny. Oh, yeah, I think someone is named Love Life. Hi there, Love Life. Yes, I do have a love life. I mean, do I talk about my SO? SO stands for significant other. I don't know if, like, everybody knows that, but I started using that because I just like it. I heard it once and I was like, "I'm gonna start saying that." But then you know what? I actually am trying to say that less. I should start saying my partner because you know why? I realized that when I make videos on TikTok and you know how you hit automatically the captions and it makes the captions for you. I've caught TikTok so many times, like basically screwing me over because I said the words SO and then it comes out as ASS whole. Like, I'm not kidding you. That's what it comes out as the subtitles. Then I have to catch it and then I have to like delete it and change it into the letters SO. But then I'm like, "Oh god, that's so tiring." So now a lot of my vlogs or a lot of my videos, if it's short, I could catch it and I'll get rid of it by saying the words SO, it's fine. But if it's a long vlog, I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna go dig through it and find exactly where it is." So I'm just not even gonna put automatic captions anymore because TikTok always gets it wrong. Um, but yeah, I won over 100 Whatnot giveaways. Lil Roller Scratcher says, then resell them and make money. Oh my god, what? Wow, that's wild. Thank you for that. Because I thought I was laughing at my SO. I was like, "Oh my god, how are you doing this? Like, how are you getting so much free stuff?" But I guess he didn't get hundreds. So the fact that you got over 100 items, like, oh wow, it's like Christmas every day, I guess, at Whatnot. I guess you guys just got to know what you're doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing because yesterday I tried to join giveaways and there was like clearly 200 people already entered for the giveaway. So yeah, 200 people competing is a little bit harder. But I will. Oh, also, so there's 2 kinds of giveaways. I don't wanna get your hopes up actually, because I learned yesterday through doing the live stream that on Whatnot, there's 2 types of giveaways. Because the person who owns the store can decide to do giveaways to everybody, just people who follow them, which a lot of the newer shops will do because they just want people to follow them, and they'll give you a free item if you join the giveaway. But there's another type of giveaway that we did yesterday where it was for AirPods, and you only can win the AirPods if you bought anything from our shop. So basically, the moderators can control it. the shop can control it in a way where they're like, okay, we're gonna do this giveaway now, and this time when we roll, it's still like controlled by Whatnot. So it's not like the store owner can tweak it in a way where like somebody wins and someone doesn't. But even though Whatnot controls it, you as a store owner can make it so that it's somebody who's bought something on that session of the live. Okay. So let's say within my 4 hours of me doing the live stream, you bought anything, even $1, $6, $100, doesn't matter. You will be entered for the AirPods giveaway. So sometimes when you see a giveaway, you may not be able to enter it because they simply set it in the requirement as you have to have bought something. But what's crazy is yesterday, I actually, while the AirPods countdown was going, and there was, I think, like 10 people that were in it, there was this girl who bought an item for $6. I'm not even kidding you. She bought an item for $6. There was like 2 minutes or something counting because there's 5 minutes of a countdown for every giveaway. There was 5 minutes on the clock, and this girl bought a $6 item. I forgot what it is, sorry, but she bought a $6 item. It was a total steal because obviously it's bid and it was worth more. Like MSRP is more than $6. She won it, and then we started, and then the spin started for the giveaway, and she won the AirPods. So like basically, I was like, "What? You just paid $6 and you won like AirPods? That's crazy." So yeah, anything can happen. Little Roller Scratcher says, "I won 6 giveaways in a row last year." I don't know how you do it. You must be really, really luckier than me. I usually am not that lucky, which is probably why my SO is winning all of these giveaways and I have not won anything. But I only tried for 25 minutes last night when I was about to go to sleep. I was like, okay, let me do this. And I was like, 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And I just did at least five different streams. And I'm like, okay, I'm not winning anything. So I also I think it's something you need to search and be lucky because like you can keep scrolling on Whatnot. And then you could find the niche you want. Maybe it's handbags, maybe it's clothing, maybe it's, I don't know. There's literally everything. There's antiques, there's clothing, there's people selling artist stuff, and obviously Pokemon's huge. There's people selling electronics. Like you can get anything. I know our store, so I'll be there tomorrow. Like there's everything because there's tablets. Like I said, I sold like baby backpacks, a tumbler, lip gloss, Minion. Oh, Minion plushie was a giveaway, so that doesn't count. A fan, a desktop fan, like literally, I mean anything. Um, so yeah, I think I just didn't find the shops with very few people. I need to like you have to be lucky to like find a store like our store yesterday, like the first day or the first couple of days within a week when they're like really trying to do giveaways and like I think half people follow them. So then there's only a few people you're really doing like the giveaway scroll for, and then your chances are obviously going to be higher if there's like 5 people in the chat. So like, you know, I don't know how many people are going to be there because we already have 388 followers, but I'm not 100% sure how it works. They might have to hit the notification bell, just like with YouTube videos, I'm assuming, where like if the person doesn't hit a notification bell, then maybe they won't know when I'm doing the stream. So, um, are the sellers who do not give any giveaways? Are there sellers who yeah, that you can be a seller and give nothing for free. You'll be like, "I don't like giving away free stuff, so I'm not gonna give away any free." It's totally that's why it's like the control is entirely up to you. You can do no giveaways. You can do giveaways every 5 minutes, and I've seen some stores that are so lit that they're just selling things left and right, no giveaways. I guess people just really like their items. I don't know. Or sometimes maybe people just like the host and they show up with the host because I like did talk to people about this and apparently some hosts they're just very charming. So there's people who just like are there for them. Like there's like 2,000 people all the time. And the items are not necessarily like that cheap. And then other times it's just so cheap because I don't know. Some stores are just doing auction bids like all the time. $1, $1. And then it's exciting. I guess people find I mean, I like it when there's more game component. So like I said, I like the one where I watched my SO like buy from some Pokemon guy. He's not even big. Like he like I said had like 5 people in the chat. That's considered like a very small kind of unsuccessful stream. Hopefully he does better later on. But I like the guessing component. So it was like you get to guess a number. So he'll be like, because there are so few people, that's how you're able to do this. If there's too many people, you're not able to do that though. Like in a 2,000 people chat, I wouldn't even be able to see like what's going on. Like I try to read some comments here, but I'm not like capable of reading every comment when I'm talking. And especially when you're showing items and you got to do this and that. But But I liked how when there were a few people, this person did, like, "Oh, guess a number from 1 to 100." So it gives you that like, you feel like you had a choice in it. And then if you pick the right number and then you pull out it's like a blind box. The whole concept is very, like, blind boxy, like, depends on my luck type of situation. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys if you have a lot of items you wanna get rid of, especially repetitive items. Like, let's say, I don't know, maybe you have, like, 20 keychains for some reason and you don't like the keychains anymore and you want to start selling it and they're in good quality and you think people will want to buy it. If you can start it off at like a kind of cheap price, you don't have to start the bid at $1. The bid is up to you on whatnot. So some people start the bid at $10. Some people start the bid at $3 or $1. So I kind of like that. um you could just build a following and then just end up selling a lot of items or tell your friends and family about it. So I hope you guys give it a shot. And if you do give it a shot and you enjoy my video of my explanation and whatnot, now when I say whatnot, I'm like thinking about the app. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to me and also get whatnot if you want to through my link down below and pinned to the top of the stream. Once you get the whatnot app through me, you'll get some type of a credit. So good luck. I hope it's good because then I get the same credit reflected back to me. And what else? Oh, and then you'll automatically be following me. But I did not decide to do my own streams, like my own sales on it yet, but I might. I don't know. Right now, I just don't have enough time. I'm doing way too many things. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna work on my own e-commerce stuff now. That is not whatnot. Um, but yeah. And also you can also consider doing what I'm doing. Like maybe you don't want to have the responsibility of doing the shipping and, like having your own store and selling things on whatnot. Maybe you just want to be a streamer. You could also try to find companies that maybe are brick and mortar right now or someone who wants to start a company or only has like an eBay shop or I don't know, an Etsy shop or Poshmark, whatever. And they have a lot of items, but they don't have the time to do the streams. Maybe if you want to do the streams for them, that's also something you can like consider. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'll probably go and chat with you on my second channel later if you know what that is. Link down below. Spam Masubi Boo Boo, my second channel. Please show it some love. I'm trying to grow it. That's when I decide to go over there and just chat with you guys about anything under the sun. So if you want to join that later before the end of tonight, I don't know when I'll go on it. Like maybe I'm thinking maybe like 9 p.m. Maybe I'll be over there. So set the notification bell and I'll possibly see you on the second stream. And if you missed the second stream on my second channel, it's cool because it always gets replayed. So take care, guys. Appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, have a good weekend.